pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call.
Josh,
Yes.
Bob,
Yep.
Frank,
Yes.
Tom, Nick.
I think we need to make a motion here tonight, to amend tonight's agenda. To include the resolution for the rescinding resolution number 2 for 2024. Resolution establishing rules of order and procedure for official meetings of the Machias Town Board. Resolution to establish investment policy for the town of Machias. And resolution for payment of the monthly vouchers.
I'll move it.
Thank.
A second. Roll call.
It's all in favor. It's not a roll call.
Oh, okay. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? No. All right, I make a motion to approve previous minutes, which are from February's meeting.
No, there's no meeting in February. It's from January 16th meeting. We never approved those.
Yeah,
January.
wasn't an official meeting in
January 16th.
February. Okay. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the January minutes.
Second. Roll call.
All in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, petitions and requests from the floor. Anyone have anything tonight? Jeannie? Sure.
Good evening, I'm Jeannie Brown, the chairwoman of the new Machias Planning Committee. And I'll be keeping the board informed of our progress as we tackle the job of developing a plan for our town that will allow organized growth for residents, businesses, farmland and green space. Tonight, I'm here to request that the board proceed to implement a moratorium on any and all development in the town. This will give the planning committee time to develop a comprehensive plan and prevent immediate construction that might be inconsistent with the provisions of a future plan. At this point, starting from ground zero, I envision a moratorium of 18 months. I realize we may have requests for home construction during this time, maybe the businesses. Any request could be considered by our committee as it may work well with our future town plan for the town. So yes, there may be some exceptions after reviews. I met with both our county planners, Dalton Fries and Connor Maxwell, who provided me with information about the concept of moratoria and online tutorials for planning boards and zoning. In closing, our planning committee, as appointed by Supervisor Josh Stelzerhouse, is very excited to get started on this project for our town. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I have a question. So you're saying no building for 18 months?
If you put a moratorium in place, then anything that comes, through as a request would have to be reviewed. Because like I said, it might not go with what we're planning, but it might be fine. It's just keeping things at bay till we get something figured out.
So I want to build a barn. I can't build a barn?
You may be able to.
I may be able to.
Yeah, we'll just
No.
review where it is, what, how, what's,
As long as I pass the building codes, I can build a barn.
Will make my job pretty easy then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly. No, I don't want to interrupt here. Well, I'm gonna interrupt. The planning board that was assigned last meeting, which was not probably supposed to be done. So I think we're gonna discuss that at, the planning board shouldn't have been done last week. At that last meeting, there was no business to be done. There wasn't a quorum here. So we might have to review the planning board procedure right now.
There was no quorum, but it's an appointment.
That doesn't, there's 5 people on this board that vote, not 1.
Right, but
Right.
it's not something you get voted.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Appointed
Yeah.
position.
Yeah, right. We appoint, 5 of us appointed.
Oh, I understood it was just an appointment by the supervisor.
No,
So can you talk about that right now since we're into it?
yep,
So I didn't just come in here and just start appointing people without doing some research and stuff like that. And obviously, Julie here. So as we know, I have the ability as supervisor to appoint a committee that by town law says compromising has council members on it. That's all the town law is specific in saying it has to be council members. So I did that in appointing Nick. And furthermore, we have resolution 2 of 2024, where you guys unanimously with a quorum gave me the ability to appoint committees that not only included council members, but also included non-board members. So that gave me the ability to do that already. It was already passed by a quorum. I didn't need a quorum to do it, and I also didn't need a vote. I understand that you guys are annoyed at me and probably mad. I had some conversations with some of you about it. Tom, I probably spoke to you the most about it. We had talked about it. I know we had talked about possibly interviewing people. And that was more when we were going to go with an official planning board, because it's a lower amount of people. We want to make sure we pick the higher qualified people in that regard or whatever. There's so much more limitations. They would have to be more committed. We have the quorum rules and meeting laws and all that. And it seemed like you agreed with me that we felt like maybe as a first step, a committee would be the better option, where it's not all those rules and we can just appoint some people who are interested and start some planning. And so that's what we did. And after, and I know I had talked to you the day after the meeting, you asked me to call you, so I did, and you said, well, hey, you didn't appoint somebody from the lake community. And I totally understand that. And you gave me a name, I reached right out to that person and appointed them. And so I felt like, I did my part in that. And I feel like the people that I appointed are really interested, they really care, they've already put in some work, like Jeannie. And I would ask that you guys could see that and respect that process and allow this committee to go forward, because I felt like I had the right to do it. I understand that you guys weren't there and it hurt you. I mean, it's not like I don't get that to any level, but I had planned on doing that at the meeting, and I didn't find out until a couple days before that I wasn't gonna have you guys there. I didn't want to have to wait till the next meeting to do it. I wanted to start the process. And the Jeannie's point about the land use moratorium, she did some research and talked to some people from the county. I read the packet that she gave to all of us. It's available online, but there is precedence for a land use moratorium in conjunction with working on a comprehensive plan. Like, I get what you guys are saying, like, oh, you can't build a barn and stuff. No, I'm saying, I think the point that was being.
we got that process. We still have
No,
that
I
process.
think, I mean, I don't know what your research is, Jeannie, but from what I was seeing, this land use moratorium was talking more about bigger projects, not enforcing it on old residents that they can't build this and they can't build that. This was a bigger, thing. It can be whatever we want it to be.
Right.
And
So
so this committee is advisory only, just so you guys understand. The committee itself has zero power. If anything, it's simply advisory. They advise as a board. You guys can do whatever you wish with the advice. That's.
Well, we all agreed on that. We're not telling you who boss, that's not it. But
It's just the way it should be. Yeah. Right.
but
I understand that.
see that's it. But as long as, I know it's gonna be people building houses.
Yeah.
I know one's gonna run on the bill. So
I don't know.
my question would be,
No,
before they build a house, are they gonna have to go through this committee right now? Is that the plan?
Once, I would think, once you get the moratorium in place, then any request for building permits, hopefully could be reviewed by our committee, so we could just see, and it may be, oh, yeah, that's fine, it's like,
I wonder if it's fine with you.
then we would probably request that they hold off until,
So- again, this
We're
was.
voting on that today.
The way I understood it, we said, we recommended to you guys. That's the way I saw it.
So I know like job one that we kind of talked about amongst the committee was a survey, like that's step one. Coming up with the best questions to get out into the community, circulate and find out what the feedback is. We talked about how mailing is a failure. We talked about how net neighbor is also probably a failure. And we talked about, having the community as a whole, starting with this committee circulating, getting it circulated so we can get, our goal would be 50% of the population of Machias to come back to one of these surveys. And from there, we have some good information to form some type of vision. And so this moratorium, if in fact we ever decided to implement that, would only come into play if something comes our way that comes in stark contrast to what that vision is. I wouldn't imagine we're stopping any type of building from.
Yeah, because you won't stop there.
Right.
I mean, the one thing, it's a tax base for the town and the rest.
I don't know if I'm ready to get politics forward yet.
Like I said, there isn't.
I know that you're
Simply advise-
But we do this moratorium, then there is a restriction. Am I right?
There's a
Right.
restriction on
Yeah,
building.
there's a restriction, so I'm not ready for a restriction there.
Right.
There's some practical things around that you may want to consider also. For instance, the instant building permit for re-roofing a barn.
Right.
Or you drive down the road and you see somebody re-roofing a barn without a permit.
Yep.
What
So
do you
then
do?
that's restriction.
Well, what do you do?
Right.
You refer to the planning committee.
Right. I don't know. We gotta take baby steps here first. I think.
We're all on a planning committee.
Yes,
So
exactly.
make that clear.
Yeah.
And that was all of our ideas when we met with the zoning people.
If somebody wants to put up a bridge motel.
And not take anything down.
A change of land use and.
Well, that would be another issue Joel we could address.
Excuse me.
Joel wants to talk.
About what you're saying. Because you can't regulate land use. You don't have zoning in this town. And zoning has to do with communities. If you are talking about wanting to enact a moratorium, then you have to be more specific on what you're saying. And when you enact a moratorium, it puts a ban on everything that is defined within that moratorium. It's not discretionary. This guy can build a barn, but this guy can't build a house. The way you're talking, it would be across the board. So you don't get that discretion, so be careful how you're defining. Just so you know.
The county planner today, I asked them that specific question, I go, if we enact a moratorium. And
Moratorium on what is the question?
Building.
Any building.
Pretty much.
Then the building, the code officer, we prohibited it from issuing any building permit.
Finish my thought, so I asked him, I said, if someone wants to build a house and it's in a perfectly fine area, it's not gonna affect, where our planning, that, and he said, oh yeah, you can make, accommodation for that. Well, then our county planners must have wrong information.
They must, if they're telling you that, they must. Because this becomes discretionary, this one we like, that one we don't like. A moratorium is a ban on all of whatever it is that you're prescribing, just so you're aware. So you have to define what it
Okay,
is.
so then I would probably request a moratorium on change of land use. So like taking a farm field and turning it into a motel. So that's a change of land use, you're losing good agricultural land to multiple buildings for housing.
But you have no zoning, so you
Right,
don't get land use.
that's the whole reason.
That's why I mean, we gotta do it slow steps.
So,
We gotta make sure we get it accomplished the right way.
We have to have zoning.
yeah,
Is working on the planning, we're advised to do a moratorium by the county planners.
so if I could just interject, Jeannie, I just don't want the room to feel like we're getting too far down the road too fast, like, back to my original statement, this is just, it's advisory and we're research oriented. So Jeannie started researching that particular thing, but there's a lot more research that needs to be done. There's a lot more information that needs to come back to us as a board, so we can actually understand like what you're saying. What are we actually trying to do, and is that what we wanna do? Maybe we take baby steps, like, you know, a while back, we had a moratorium on solar, so that was only to specifically deal with that, so it may be more specific. But
Maybe in the future, we could have a meeting with the county planners to come in.
yeah, stuff like that.
Explain to you what they tried to explain to me.
So I would hold off on the moratorium.
Yeah, we weren't like bringing that
Yeah.
forward, I think it was just.
Well, it sounds like you want to vote on it tonight.
No,
But
no,
let me say this, too, if the town decides they do want to enact some type of moratorium, whatever that is, it's a local law.
Okay.
So you have to go through the process of the local law like any other local. Just to be clear.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of why Jean started researching it, because she knows that it is a process that takes a few months and. But anyways, there's a lot of work for the committee to do before we get to that point.
And
Certainly.
I thought, not to interrupt you, but I thought our first thought was with the planning board, was to get a comprehensive plan together.
Yeah.
And our first objective was zone. We have to get some kind of zone to help that person over there and to help this town.
Yeah.
So zoning is probably number one on our
Well,
list.
yeah, like while you're working on that, like I said, somebody can come in and put in a building permit for, you know, multiple.
But they could, they can.
Right.
That's what we're saying.
And.
There's a original zone.
Right, and we might not want it.
So we're not gonna put a moratorium or something that can't be done. It can't be effective. You get it?
So like going back to our survey, Jeannie, I know one of the things that we talked about on the survey was like the number one question is, what is the number one thing that the people in Machias don't want? That either is coming or we see happening in the future, and in my mind, that's kind of where we would start. What is the number one issue that we see? And in fact, as far as zoning goes, we may need to work on zoning that particular issue first before it's kind of too late, type of thing. So just, you know, I just want you guys to feel like.
And believe me, everybody on this board wants a plan. I mean, we voted unanimously to do that, but we just have to do it in a slow manner. And another thing is our budget, for whatever this is gonna cost us to do, we don't have a budget for that, you know, so we're gonna try to get some grant money to take care of that comprehensive plan, so we can go for it.
Okay, I think it would be.
So I guess that's what I'm saying, I don't want to be the speaker here, but as far as what you guys are doing now, you can gather information, put it together for yourselves, so you got it, and then when we got the problem or the resources and that to move it forward, then we're ready to go.
Okay.
That would be my view.
I think it would be advisable to invite the county planners in to, so they can. explain.
Yeah, so we're all on the same page.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, Jeannie. And as far as like the budget goes, I mean, everyone knows that they're serving on behalf of the town, but I was gonna maybe see if we could, I was gonna ask Kathy if we could get, you know, maybe $500 at some point to work on, if we gotta do postage as part of that, or whatever little expenses, copies that we wanna make at the.
Yeah, I'm just talking like thousands instead of
We back up to this. We had Dan for zone. First step is we have to have a plan.
That's your map.
And then with all your. Okay, we think this should be this, should be that, and then we want to work on a zone.
Mhm.
That matches that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, if you were to tell me. My neighbor wants to build a barn and he gets a permit and then I want to build a barn, I don't get a permit, I can't sue the shit out of the place. Because I certainly could, or vice versa. I get a permit and three doors down, everybody gets denied.
Yeah.
Then, you know, that could be a horrible problem, wouldn't it be? Absolutely. And that's what I'm alluding to.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I didn't make anything about it in a field for it. If the board said no, then the landowner has a right to do a review for it.
Right.
You know, I haven't heard that even mentioned.
Well, we don't have zoning yet either.
Yeah.
Well, I guess one of my questions is, and the gentleman back might know, if you don't do a moratorium and you're working on a plan and somebody comes in and they wanna build something they totally don't want, what's your recourse?
Nothing, because we don't have anything on it.
So if you have a moratorium, that's like your recourse right there.
I didn't say you couldn't have a moratorium. All I said was, if you have a moratorium, you can't say yes, no, maybe. It's no, no, no.
Okay.
That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was my question.
Because you would say, well, if we like it, they can build it, and if we don't like it, they can't, but you don't get
You don't
there.
get there.
Got everything down.
Correct.
If you're gonna have a moratorium, you gotta specify exactly
What it is.
what it is. And if you wanna say no barn building, then that's all it says. No barn building,
No, thanks.
but you need to sort of.
Yeah.
So that-
Yeah, we're not ready for
Something more, you gotta be specific.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I got the wrong information when I called the planners and they said, because I said, we'll put it on, until someone wants to build a house. And they said, oh, you can make exceptions, so.
You can.
Probably if there's a plan in zoning, you could do that.
That is a fast track, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm not ready for that.
I think the objective was to avoid any big projects like they, and also like, or windmill or, those kind of things.
But we have-
Well, both of those we stopped.
We've got stopped.
Right.
When we started, like 3 years ago, we did regulate. That solar project would have come into this town
Right,
and got a building permit
right,
right off the bat. So we did create that.
right, yeah. But I think that was the idea.
Yeah, but I don't think we're to that point yet with our planning board.
No, really, we're at the ground level,
Yeah,
working on a comprehensive plan, and starting.
We're still a baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess when I brought my first thing up, are we all right with the way the planning board is now? And Joel,
You don't have.
no, the planning the planning committee, was he all right to the point of the way he did it, Joel?
The supervisor's authority to appoint a committee is limited to, at least by the case law that I see, is limited to members of the board. If it's.
So he putting Nick on it was all right, but then as far as the other members, no,
Correct.
okay. So then we have to decide, are we all right with the board that he's got appointed?
Committee.
Yep, the committee appointed.
Understanding the fact that this may morph into an official planning board later on, some of the members, some may continue on a committee, some may go to an official planning board. After we figure out who's really talented in certain areas and stuff like that, but. So back to your conversation, I mean, I can try to sit here and argue that I have the ability to do it, which I already did. I don't wanna do that, I wanna just ask you guys, you've seen the names, you've seen some of the people, they're committed, I want your okay for them to move forward with the committee.
Are you guys all right with it? My only point was, and no offense against Nick. But I think originally we talked, I had run into Bob. Bob brought the guy to come and talk about zoning or talk about the planning. I think he's more qualified, not that we don't want to start out on a big job right away. But I recommended Bob, and I thought that would be a better choice, but
Well,
we don't want to rush the fields.
Well, we don't have to limit to just one councilman either.
You don't.
No.
Correct.
Okay, so if we agree to that, Bob, which, I'm sorry I didn't reach out to you, I didn't, we hadn't really talked, and I'm okay with it if that's gonna make you guys happy. Makes me
Are
happy.
you all right with that now? Maybe an assistant with that, okay. Because he's got the agricultural background, working with the county.
Yeah.
He has a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is you
You can be a mentor. I don't know if you want to be.
Are you guys okay if I make a motion to, approve the committee?
Can I interrupt? There was one other
Oh,
community that we unwillingly, that we just absentmindedly left out, and that was the Amish community. So we're probably going to invite one of them. So we have their input.
They may just.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. They probably will.
You don't have a
We
board.
don't have a planning board. It's just a group of people right now putting ideas together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know we have a big population of Irish.
We could invite him in as an
Yeah,
advisor, just to talk to him.
I talked to him regularly.
Well, you gotta get the right person to talk to.
Yeah.
You wanna have it like this.
I do have a pretty good contact, I know, probably 4 or 5 years ago, we had a problem with it, I don't wanna bore you with it, but they used to ride around with it all the time, we have a lot of people walking through some. And they leave their, we have to put a bag order in, so it was a mess. So I went out with a friend of mine, Jeff Tingen from CJ Dairy, and we talked to one of the guys over there, and we got a pretty good report. So now, for you, for the summer months,
That's fine.
they don't ride around with it. Well, that's what every now and then. And my wife catches it, puts it in the bag, catches up the button, and puts it in it. But, they will work with us, and they are part of our community, so I don't see why we wouldn't. Maybe I can get a name for you.
I have neighbors who are on this committee.
Okay.
We can
Why
afford.
don't we get an executive session, why don't we talk about it, and then bring it back up?
No,
No?
not the subject.
Not a subject, okay.
Well, I mean, it sounded like you guys, you know, agreed to, I just want your agreement that we can, that the committee continue to do the work and continue to meet. and
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna, how many people do we have? I don't know. Not that it matters, because it might not be the final.
Nine.
Nine.
Nine, if you added Bob, there's 9.
You got Kevin too?
Yep, because there were 7, oh, wait, 8, 9, 10. 10.
Because I know
Because
just
Nick wasn't counting.
based on a resolution that you guys already brought forward for tonight, that you're gonna specifically make sure that I don't have the ability to appoint any more committees with non-board members. With non-board members, so I just wanna.
That's just how the law.
Well, see, let me, can I get your opinion on something? On some research that I did? Based on non-committee members or non-board members. Right in the town law manual, it talks about citizen committees, and it says verbatim, although not specifically authorized by statute, which is what you're saying, town boards may appoint one or more citizen committees to advise them on particular matters.
Town boards.
Not town supervisor.
But in resolution 2 of 2024, the town board gave me the authority to do that by adding it on. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I did. I know you guys, you know, weren't exactly happy about it happening, but and I understand that you're taking that away now, that any more committees has to be approved by the board. I'm fine with that, I get it. I just want to be able to move forward with this committee that was already set up already.
It's not a planning board, so I don't have a problem with it. Because when it comes to the planning board, then we get to vote out.
Exactly.
The final members.
Okay.
Yeah, right, I'm okay with that for the time being, Josh, until we, then once we have a final package, then we can get on that, we might have, because they have 10 people on a committee, that's a lot to get, you have to get something accomplished. So you might wanna make it a smaller group, once we have the whole thing together, and we got the comprehensive plan.
Then there might be some people that want to do something else.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yep.
All right, I make a motion to accept our committee as stated.
I'll second it. I'm
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thanks, guys. Next. Anybody else have anything for? All right, on to the supervisor report. I just wanted to make mention of the financial report for January that has already been made available. We had it at the last meeting, but, and I did want to told Tom before just walking in, I know there's some talk about the investment policy coming here later too. I did meet with the lady from Community Bank. She reached out to me with her investment guide and talked about the town's money market and CD funds and what the current rates that they have and stuff. And then they're putting together a package for us to see what kind of rates they could offer us going forward. They would like to try to earn some of our business that we currently do with New York class and keep it local if they could come up with a percentage that's close. I had a conversation with Kathy about that. So she knows that I met with them, and she's going to, once she figures out what kind of excess funds we might have, when she gets all that done, then we can take a deeper look at that. But I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. I agree with you guys that any moving of funds, is to be done, by the accountant after we talk it over and then approved by the town board. I'm okay with that. But as long as we're talking about that, I just wanted to, with your permission, I'd like to table that particular resolution just until our next board meeting in a couple of weeks. Only the one on investment policies. What is it called?
Establishing investment policy.
Yeah. Reason being, and just following this, under general municipal law 39, a town is required to have a comprehensive investment policy. And this requirement's been in effect since 2014. As far as I'm aware, we don't have an actual comprehensive investment policy. So technically, we've been in violation of that for some years now. And this proposed resolution doesn't even cite the applicable law that's for it. The proposed resolution, because it doesn't satisfy the requirements for an investment policy under that law, which is 39, general municipal law 39, which states that we have to have an investment policy. So what I'm getting at is, by 2 weeks from now, I plan on introducing to you guys a comprehensive investment plan that kind of says, this is the type of investments that we have. We're just not changing anything, just putting together what will qualify as a comprehensive plan. Within that plan, I'm fine with putting in what you guys wanted in this resolution with the checks and balances, board approval for any money to be moved or anything like that. I just want to do it the right way and incorporate it into an actual investment policy.
You'll be setting this up with Kathy?
I will be setting it, I will be talking to Kathy about it and, getting her thoughts on it. And also, it's going to come before you guys for approval. So if you need to make changes.
Kathy's been doing a real good job with it for all these years. I don't see a reason to change.
No, it's not changing anything. It's just we have to come up with an official, Steve knows, because I think we talked about it once, that we technically don't have what they call a comprehensive plan. It's just putting it in writing. It might be 70 pages long, but it isn't changing anything. It's just stating this is how we deal with our investments and everything.
All right, I'm okay with that. Most Kathy's involved in it.
Okay.
New York Town Law 39 is powers and duties of constables. It doesn't have anything to do with finance. Yeah, which is what you had told me. Yeah.
But I think what Josh is talking about is GML.
GML? Okay, that's a different one. Okay. Yep.
References the general municipal law frequently, including in this area. Yeah.
I just wanted my notes clear, so.
So
Yep.
you're okay with that? That would be-
I see what you're saying.
It's all board approval. I'm not trying to take it, and I wouldn't have even thought to move any money around without talking to Kathy or getting board approval. So I was a little taken back by the resolution in the first place. Like what do you guys?
We don't know what we're. Yeah.
So hopefully over time you'll,
You're right. That's fine. So you want to table that one?
yeah.
Okay.
I also had, I sent this to Kathy already too. I met with this lady supervisor who, from Shared Benefits, she handles our health insurance rates and stuff with 10 guys. Rebecca was there. They have a 50% increase on the rates this year. So she gave it to me back in real numbers for the different plan options. I sent that to Kathy. She's going to review it as soon as she gets time, because she's still back up right now. She's going to get back to us with her recommendation of, I mean, maybe I mentioned to her, maybe we say this is how much the town covers, but if you guys want to have this better plan available to you still, maybe pay the difference or whatever. Maybe we're going to try to limit to one plan. Either way, we can take a look at that because it's the rates went up.
And then you're gonna talk to the guys who are at the harbor garage, and you see what their view is, not just changing on them.
Oh, I was gonna bring it to you guys after Kathy gave her recommendation.
Well, I think the first step would be to talk to them, they're gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
And I think the last time, because we couldn't give them the raise that they deserved, we gave them some, but, we picked up the difference on the insurance, so those guys aren't paying anything right now.
Mhm.
When the increase last time we picked up.
Well, this is a big one.
Well, that's what I mean, so we have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
But, I guess we have to let her come, I think as Steve used to do, when they would go down the highway garage and she would talk to them, explain everything to them, so they understand it, not, I'm not an insurance guy, you're not an insurance guy, so it's better if they go and talk to our employees down there and get their opinion. I would think that their opinion would matter to it.
And she's super nice.
Yeah.
She'll come back.
Yeah, yep. No, I think I've done it before, yeah, I think that's a good step to talk to them first before we make a decision for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's all I have right now. We don't have anything concerning.
No, no, he didn't have anything. He's in Albany at the advocacy day begging for money from the state for the roads
Okay.
with all the other highway superintendents in the state.
Okay. The water district, I just wanted to make mention real quick. So today I met the guy from the county, called me and said, I'm gonna be out here, are you available? He wanted to show me 2 well houses, the condition of them and what needs to be done, so that was kind of eye-opening, to me, haven't seen them the first time. So, you know, they have some, he gave me a thing with some recommendations, which.
I think if you talk to Garrett or to Caleb, they were in on the last time, yeah, but they were in on the last time, and they actually kind of put a thing together, which he could probably give to you, Josh, because I think the last time he was here, he had some recommendations to, what we need to get done, and what, and then wish list also.
Right.
So I think if you talk to Caleb or Derek, they could probably bring you up to speed on that too, after you saw the divers building it there.
What I'd like to do is kind of, filter that information to you guys as we get it, because that's a.
It's a costly, that's a costly one. I know they were thinking of trying to find us, they were gonna try to find us some grant money with the Clean Water Act or something, so you can talk to Caleb and Derek about that. I know that was part of it, because that's a big operation. There's some big repairs that need to be made up there.
Yeah.
And I know the highway guys have done some of the stuff, electrical things that he had. Heaters plugged in with the water on the floor.
Yeah,
I think Tim has straightened some of that stuff out on his own and things like that, but yeah, it's a portion.
Yeah. Sewer district, nothing new right now?
Nope. What was I gonna say, something about the sewer district? No, I think we're all right for right now.
Let's see here. From Fran Lounsbury, Justice Lounsbury, he wanted me to let you know that he has been appointed to the Cattaraugus County Criminal Justice Coordinating Advisory Council, and his term runs through 2027. He just wanted to make sure that you all knew that he was on that. It doesn't affect what he does here, but we wanted to make sure. And then we had the Java Historical Society reached out. They're going to have a spring workshop, so they didn't know if we had anybody that would be interested. So we currently don't have a historian, so I have the information, but that's in is that
He's Mr. Hyman, that'd be a great job for you.
It sure would.
that's on Saturday, April 6th. So
You're old enough to know all that.
Yeah, thank you.
okay, yeah.
I got short-term memory loss, but I might be able to help you with it.
Code enforcement.
Kind of a truncated report, this is coming out of a meeting just a couple of weeks ago, but no, I received a call from, an Abu, not to be confused with Abu. Seems like he bought out the contract from RIC for the construction of the Machias solar. Was questioning dates and times and how much time I told you would take, and seemed pretty disconnected and not very prepared. Asked him to send all his contact information in, And, whatever else he could provide, as of today, I have still not received that call came in last week. So more to come on that, but, not quite sure where he's gonna go with that.
That's the one on Route 16, right? The old greenhouse? Okay.
Then I received a call last week from a Saeed. He's interested in renting a small pole barn structure on the 1950 Route 16 for a slaughterhouse. So also asked him for contact information and a business plan, something you probably want to talk to him about before that goes in. A lot that goes into a slaughterhouse, like, you don't want blood running into the streets, etc. Still have not received anything from them either. I see there's a for rent sign on the building, but we'll wait and see how that.
That's gonna be outside, you said just past 242 on the left-hand side, something by the back.
42 on the south side.
Okay.
Or on the east side rather. But again, there's a lot to go into that. That's a small structure for some kind of operation like that, so I'm sure the board want to weigh in on it. And then we're making pretty good progress on our new code enforcement software. Running dual systems right now as we tell out of the old paper system. Probably a quite a few permits, property maintenance violations, that sort of thing.
Thanks for a great job. Good notoriety. I know when you first started, I got a couple calls from construction people. They were quite used to the change. But now they've adjusted. Yeah, they've adjusted.
Rules?
Yeah.
There's rules?
Rules?
Youth Commission?
We don't have very much for, we are working on our, we're going to have it on Memorial Day, May 27th. And we're working on fixing up our tools, consumer lines, we've got 2 companies so far. So
Yeah, I talked to my person I've been talking to, and he doesn't think it's as intense as you guys think it is, so I think he's gonna set up come out with a pressure test job and all that kind of stuff, so I think we're on the right way.
we're covering the cost of the pressure test that he's got to do.
Okay. All right, and let me know if I can be assistance again.
Thank you.
They ran one pressure test on that, that's all.
Yeah.
Well.
That was a different guy.
Yeah, it's a former employee.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
From Beauty Pools?
Yes.
Okay.
He's not accepting that.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
You let me know. I know the owner, so
Appreciate it.
I'll get it.
Where's the barbecue gonna be?
Yeah, the firehouse.
Thank you.
And what was the name of that?
May 27th.
It'll happen right after the parade. Those chicken will be available right after the parade until 1 p.m.
Thank you. All right, that brings us to old business.
Just one, because you didn't call it. On the table, there's a copy of the annual report for King Memorial. Kathy has it. It's just wanted to make you aware that it has been presented for the year, so.
Thank you.
Yep.
So the first old business we have here is the highway bonding law. That we're doing here. I just want to deal with that right now. So I don't know if you guys have this on here or not, but the short environmental section part 1.
There's a couple copies on the table there.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't,
okay.
because everybody got emailed, I was trying to conserve, so there's a couple copies on the table, but everybody had seen it. I have one here, Tom, if you need to.
I mean, it's a pretty quick one. I just want to read it. Part 1, basically, we're saying, in number 1, does the proposed action only involve legislative adoption of a plan, law, ordinance, administrative rule, or regulation? And the answer is yes. And number 2, does the proposed action require a permit approving the funding of federal government agency? And the answer is no. The short environmental assessment form narrative that Joel sent us here. The town board of the town of Machias plans to adopt a local law to provide for such bonding by commercial users of town roadways to cover damages to roads as a result of such usage. No environmental resources within the town will be affected thereby. You want to see that?
Is there an amount per mile on that? Of what the bonding would be?
Josh, you know the dollar amount of the bond is?
I don't remember that.
It's right here. It said bond is to be reasonable, maybe up to 500,000, but not less than 10,000. The bond is to be 25,000 for every 1 mile of road. And it may be just adjusted annually in accord with inflation by annual resolution of the town board. Yeah. Yep. It's right under section six,
6.
number 1 and
Six, yeah, number one bounds.
So we have to pass the seeker resolution here to for that resolution. Well, it's called resolution relating to the state environmental law. Okay.
we don't have that. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, right there. Sorry.
Perfect, thank you. So you guys have that?
Yep.
It's a resolution relating to the state environmental quality review process. All right. So. Whereas the town board of Machias is considering adopting a local law to establish bonding financial security requirements for certain users of town of Machias roadways. And whereas town board of the town of Machias is duly qualified to act as lead agency for environmental review of certain actions undertaken by local government. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Machias hereby declares itself as lead agency for seeker review processes and hereby determines that pursuant to 6 NYCRR 617.5, the proposed action is unlisted action and no further environmental review shall be required. The resolution as stated above is hereby adopted by a majority vote of the Machias Town Board in an official meeting held on March 5th, 2024. The yeas and nays taken recorded below.
Somebody,
Roll call.
Josh,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Tom, Nick.
And so we don't forget, I want to just set the public hearing for this, which if you guys are just willing, I thought we'd just do it at like 6:45 for upcoming meeting.
The planning board will not have time to review our stuff by then, so it needs
Don't
to.
send it to them until after we have the public hearing.
No, they need notice of the public hearing. They need before.
And then they have to have 30 days
Yeah.
for that, don't they?
We can't vote on it though,
You won't be able to vote till after you get back.
but we can still have a public hearing.
You could. They've got to have enough notice.
Yeah, I mean, we won't have 10 days for the newspaper because I won't be able to get it until next week's newspaper.
Okay.
So it'd only be 5 days notice. So I think you should do it for the March meeting.
April
6:45.
So, yeah, so it would be, yeah. The next meeting would be April 15th.
April 15th, 6:45. Next, we have a resolution to approve the board review on justice records, which is the first one. We sent out.
Yeah, it should be.
Resolution confirming that the Town Board examined the town justice 2023 records. Whereas New York State Uniform Justice Court Act 2019A provides that town justices shall annually present their records to their town board for auditing. And whereas New York State Uniform Justice Court Act 2019A also provides that the town board must enter into its meeting minutes, that the town board annually review the town justice record, and that the fines therein collected turned over to the proper officials of the town required by law. Now therefore be it resolved that we, the Machias Town Board, confirm that our January 16, 2024 meeting, we annually review the town justice 2023 record, and that the fines collected therein were turned over to the proper town officials as required by law. The resolution as stated above is hereby adopted by the majority vote of the Machias Town Board at an official meeting held on March 5th, 2024. The yeas and nays reported below. Roll call.
Josh,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Bob,
Yep.
Tom,
Yep.
Nick.
Yes.
We have vouchers somewhere. Okay. Audit plans for February 2024. Whereas the town clerk has received and vouchered all bills for February 2024 on abstract number 2. Whereas the town board has reviewed abstract number 2. And whereas the town board has audited the vouchers included on abstract 2 and approved them for payment. Now therefore be it resolved, the town board authorizes payments of all vouchers on abstract 2. General fund 11 through 26 for 820681. General youth number 1 through 2, 9126. Highway fund 3 through 28, 52,340.68. Street lighting number 1, 2098.56. Water fund number 3 through 10, 11,152. And the line lake sewer fund 2 through 8, 10,772. The resolution as stated above is hereby adopted by a majority vote of the Machias Town Board and official meeting held on March 5th, 2024. The yeas and nays reported below.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Josh,
Yes.
Frank, Bob,
Yes.
Tom,
Yep.
Nick.
All right, on to our new business. We have the resolution of official New York State regulation time, NYCR 2.3113 disaster. This is, related to the quarantine and isolation camps on summer, back to the first page. Resolution of the opposition of New York State regulation time, NYCR. Whereas despite expiration of the New York State disaster emergency on June 24, 2021, and the concurrent expiration of extraordinary authority, it granted the executive branch to take measures to contain the spread of the COVID-19 virus. The governor of the New York State Department of Health has continued to promulgate emergency regulations of far-reaching scope through the agency's rulemaking process in violation of the New York State Administrative Procedure Act. Whereas Bill 8416 entitled an act to amend the public health law in relation to the removal of cases, contacts, and carriers of communicable diseases who are potentially dangerous to the public health was proposed for several years in Assembly and failed to garner any support at all. And whereas the New York State Department of Health took matters into their own hands and adopted 10 NYCR 2.13 isolation and quarantine procedures effective 4/22/2022 as an emergency regulation with the intent to make it permanent. And whereas emergency regulation 10 MYCR 2.13 isolation and quarantine procedure endows the Department of Health Commissioner with power to force people diagnosed or exposed to a communicable disease to be removed from society into a residential or temporary housing location that the public health authority issuing the order determines appropriate of which location could be anywhere in that time frame, any number of days, weeks, months, or years. And whereas the emergency regulation empowers the Department of Health Commissioner to monitor the person being forcibly held and coordinate with local law enforcement to ensure compliance. And whereas the emergency regulation empowers the Department of Health Commissioner to prevent a property owner from entering their property that is being used as a quarantine facility location. And whereas emergency regulation establishes civil and criminal penalties if the citizen violates the health authorities' order, each day is separate infraction. Whereas emergency regulation, every attending physician shall immediately, upon discovering a case or suspected case of a highly contagious reportable communicable disease, cause the patient to be appropriately isolated in contact with the State Department of Health and the local health authority where the patient is isolated, and if different, the local health authority where the patient resides. And whereas the emergency places the decision-making power in the hands of one person to decide the fate of 19 million New Yorkers as far as who can live freely and who can be pulled from the privacy of their homes, workplace, school, etc. Without notice, removed from society for an arbitrary and indefinite amount of time, in a location they are not allowed to choose and they are not allowed to leave until said person allows them to. And whereas there are hundreds of studies that show forced quarantine causes psychological, emotional, and physical harm, including depression, anxiety, delayed medical exams, loss of jobs, loss of businesses, with the harm outweighing the benefit. And whereas Machias believes that the notion of government requiring individuals to isolate temporary housing or facilities other than one's home is similar to the COVID response we saw authoritarian regimes implement over the past 2 years and not requiring that she implement in a democracy that values due process of individual liberties. And whereas Machias believes that maintaining the doctrine of separation of powers between the legislative branch and the executive branch is paramount in preserving a representative form of government. And whereas Machias believes if this illegal regulation permitted to stand, would signify a breakdown of checks and balances that define our democratic form of government. And whereas Machias believes that with the pandemic behind us, New Yorkers want the government to unleash tyrannical behavior and unchecked executive power that overshadowed the past 3 years come to an end. And whereas there is already an established public health law 2120 governing isolation quarantine with which balances individual rights and the need for public safety, and now therefore be resolved, Machias expresses its opposition to the requirement and intent of the New York State Department of Health regarding emergency regulation 10 MYCR 2.3, and further be resolved, the copies of this resolution will be forwarded to the offices of the DeKalb County Department of Health, New York State Department of Health, and Governor Hogan. This resolution is stated above is hereby adopted by a majority vote of the Machias Town Board in official meeting held March 5th, 2024. The yeas and nays recorded below.
Josh,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Bob, Tom, Nick.
Yes.
All right, now we have the resolution to authorize the signing of Kent County's hazard mitigation plan. Just before I read that real quick, got a call today from Dan Brown, reminding me of they're having a hazard mitigation kickoff meeting on Thursday night. I can't make it on Thursday night, so I just thought I'd throw it out there to see if any of you guys are interested. They do have a Zoom link, if anybody wants to do that, I can forward the email. It's at 7 o'clock on this Thursday night. Regarding hazard mitigation.
Okay, here.
Yeah. Okay. I can forward it to you.
I got it.
Oh, okay. Did it have a Zoom link and stuff in it? Or you just go to those out. All right, on to Resolution to authorize the supervisor to sign Cattaraugus County Hazard Mitigation Plan letter of intent. Whereas the town of Machias desires to participate in the county hazard mitigation plan update project. Whereas the town board wishes to authorize the Cat County DPW and Hazard Mitigation Corps planning group to guide and direct this update project. Be it resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the town supervisor to sign the intent to participate letter. The resolution is stated above is hereby adopted by a majority vote of the Machias Town Board and an official meeting held on March 5th, 2024. The yeas and nays recorded below.
Second.
Josh,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Tom, Nick.
Yes.
I believe Tim is planning on attending that meeting because he asked me for the letter. He's hand delivering it. So I believe he's attending that meeting.
Oh, good. Awesome. All right, next we have a resolution for a new youth commission appointment. Resolution making an appointment to the Machias Youth Commission. Whereas various sections of law and or local law authorize the town board to make periodic and or annual appointments to its established committees, commissions, and or boards. And whereas the town board has continually sought interested town of Machias residents to serve on such town entities. And whereas the town of Machias resident has expressed interest in the same. And whereas the Machias Youth Commission was established on April 13, 1964. And town board appoints the town of Machias Youth Commission on an annual basis, and the Youth Commission administers the summer rec program. And whereas Stephen Cornwall of Machias, New York, has expressed interest in an appointment to the Machias Youth Commission. And now therefore be resolved that the town board of Machias does hereby appoint Stephen Cornwall, Machias, New York, to the Youth Commission. The resolution as stated above is hereby adopted by a majority vote of the Machias Town Board at an official meeting held March 5th, 2024. The yeas and nays recorded below.
Second.
Josh,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Tom, Nick.
Resolution to change rules of order. Resolution. Okay, sure. So, yeah. So I'm gonna back up a page and I'm gonna go to the rescind resolution 2 of 2024. It's one page before that. Yep. So this is where the town board determined that resolution 2 of 2024, which was passed on actually before I read this and vote on, can I just ask for some further clarification that of what this actually means? Like, say we want to appoint another committee in the future of community members to work on something like a community festival or whatever the case may be. Is this then one of our programs from the ability to do that?
Board wants to create a citizens advisory committee. Go ahead. You unilaterally appointing the committee, you just elect someone from the, that's the distinction. Okay, because the town can create advisory committees as they would like. It's, but the board has to act in conjunction. That's why it's talking. That's the only distinction.
Whereas the town board determined resolution 2 of 2024, which was passed on January 4th, 2024, is not in accordance with New York State Town Law 63. Whereas the town board does not agree with the verbiage in item number 5, where it states, and non-board members, be resolved that the town board hereby rescinds resolution 2 of 2024 in accordance with New York State Town Law I think you should-
Section 63, yeah.
The resolution as stated above is hereby adopted by a majority vote of Machias Town Board at an official meeting held on March 5th, 2024. The yeas and nays recorded below.
Second.
Josh,
I vote no on that one.
okay,
Yeah.
Frank,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Tom,
Yep.
Nick,
So now we have the resolution establishing the rules of order. And so I'm assuming the only change is on this is going to be
number 5.
number 5, where it says the town board may determine its rules of procedure and the town supervisor may from time to time appoint one or more committees comprising town board council members to aid and assist the town board in the performance of its duties. So you're trying to take that, you want to take that ability away from the supervisor is what we're changing here.
Yeah, we all get to vote on them, right? Is that right? That's what we're thinking, yeah.
Well, can I make a? Would you guys be okay with if sometime in the future I recommended a committee, but it was still subject to vote from the majority vote of the town board?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because right now,
Change that.
does that really require me to do this?
Yes, because my understanding was that it said something different the first time versus what's written on there now.
Right.
And so you're ratifying that as part of those rules. As the current rules. It doesn't prevent you at any point in time in the future from coming to the board and saying, I'd like to create an advisory that includes citizens, this, that, and the other.
Oh, that's, yeah, I said it wrong.
It doesn't preclude that. It precludes you unilaterally from doing that. You can, unilaterally, you could appoint any one of the board members or more to a committee. You could do that unilaterally. But to do it, but to create an advisory committee, you need the board to approve, a majority. You've got 5, you need 3 out of 5.
Okay.
That's what it's saying.
So is there a problem adding any non-board members to this? So long as it's subject to vote?
Yes, because it's only talking about the committee appointments vis-a-vis the supervisor.
Right.
It doesn't change the fact that the town board has the authority to do that all the time.
It's just that it has to be okay by 5 people instead of
Well,
one.
not 5, 3.
Three,
Majority.
Yeah, majority of the board,
That's
not just one vote.
correct.
Yep.
So not just a single appointment by the supervisor. The supervisor gets to.
So you wouldn't solely be able to permanently make that happen. It has to come back, your recommendation has to come back to the board and be voted by a majority.
But it can include non-board members, correct?
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because it says.
I don't know.
It doesn't have to say it because that part is just saying that number 5 specifically says that it's giving you the right to appoint board members, and it had said and non-board members. They removed that. You can still, but there is in the New York State Code, the board can appoint however many committees they want with the support of the majority of the board. You just can't do it by, all this is saying is you can't create boards by yourself or committees by yourself. They're the board of non-board members. That's all it's saying. Anybody can do. The board can create as many committees as they want. You just can't do it without the board behind you. That's all it's saying.
Okay. So when we change it to number 5, now saying the town board may determine its rules of procedure and the town supervisor may from time to time appoint one or more committees comprising town board council members to aid and assist the town board in the performance of its duties.
Josh,
Yeah.
Frank,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Tom,
Yep.
Nick,
Yes.
We gotta catch cameras.
They're meeting in my office. They're gonna be here. They're having their meeting.
All right, next we have a resolution for payment of monthly vouchers. This is a different one.
No.
Yeah, no, it's called resolution for payment of monthly voucher. And I have it's almost the last page.
Thank you.
All right, so just to deal with this one real quick. To me, as a supervisor, I agree with part of this and I don't agree with part of this. I understand the wanting to require to get these vouchers paid in a timely fashion. That part I get. I feel like there's a little bit of this kind of being thrown at me, some of the stuff that we paid after the last meeting, because we didn't, couldn't properly approve them all. But this is saying that I had to have all the vouchers paid by Wednesday at noon following the Monday night board meeting. That's gonna be awfully tough for me sometimes, based on my schedule. Sometimes I work a 12-hour day on a Tuesday. So to have it paid on Wednesday is gonna be super difficult for me sometimes. And also there's 2 or 3 different times out of the year where the board meeting is on Tuesday instead of Monday. And then it's really gonna hamstring me, so I felt that was a little unfair. And so I would like for you to each just look at this resolution that I put in its place and see if this is okay to you guys. If you compare the two, the one change, there's a couple changes. So this gives me an extra day. I moved it to Thursday at 11 a.m. Understanding I'm not gonna be here till 12:30 on Thursday, so I made it earlier to give her enough time to do her part. So I'm asking for an extra day, and then the stuff crossed out was just to make it a little bit more official. Instead of town board, it says New York Town Law 29, and also says audited and approved. So that then it makes me, then I feel like I'm legitimately paying them. If something happens again where, we didn't have a quorum to approve something, I don't wanna feel like I'm pigeonholed into having to pay it if it hasn't been audited. So as long as it's been audited, I'm agreeing to get them paid by Thursday of that same week, and I feel like that's a little more fair for me. So I'll read it.
Yeah. We're gonna use this.
I'm wanting this one to replace the original one.
Did that give you enough time to get it on?
Should,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That helps.
And I see that, Tom, because I don't have a copy. So I can, yeah, I got it. It's all right. Oh, it's okay. It's all right.
Sorry. Resolution for payment of monthly vouchers. Whereas the town board has determined that the proper payment of all monthly vouchers after auditing and approval of said vouchers by the town board is essential to the financial well-being of the town. Whereas New York State Town Law 29 gives the town board the authority to require the counter signature of all checks audited and approved by the town clerk. Whereas New York State Town Law 29 requires that the town supervisor shall oversee preparation of all of the checks to pay the vouchers as audited and approved monthly by the resolution of the town board. Now therefore be it resolved that effective immediately, the town board requires the supervisor shall have checks prepared for all vouchers, audited and approved by the town board, and shall deliver said checks to the town clerk counter signature by 11 a.m. on the Thursday immediately following the monthly town board meeting. The town board requires that after countersigning of all said checks received from the supervisor, the town clerk must mail said checks to the payees by the Thursday meeting following the monthly town board meeting. The resolution as stated above is hereby adopted by a majority vote of the Machias Town Board at an official meeting held on March 5th. The yeas and nays recorded below.
I'm moving.
Okay, Josh,
Yes.
Frank, Bob,
Yeah.
Tom,
Yep.
Nick.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. And the last one we had on there was for the investment policy, which I had asked if we could table that until our next meeting, so I can bring forth something more on that. Okay. Now, board members have any reports or anything? You guys are all good?
Yep.
I don't see any need for executive session tonight. Audit and review of vouchers, which we've already done.
It's already done, yep.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second. All good?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Hey.